Grand Rising, everyone, is Shay Seeking. And yeah, I'm kind of up, just moving around. I really haven't gotten the day started just yet. But, a couple things in my routine to open up my windows and stuff like that. And, just kind of reflect, like, I don't know. It's just something. So I had a bunch of videos that I put up or whatever. I took them down last night. I don't know why. I don't know if I woke up in the middle of the night or if I did it before I went to bed or whatever. Like, I was just having this feeling or whatever. And I'm just thinking, like, man, I was asking myself, like, what are you doing? Like, what is this something, like, are you trying to prove something? What are you trying to do? And the whole thing, like I said from jump, it's something about expanding the minds. And people don't necessarily need me to do that, but I just think I want to make it a more comfortable place, where people can be free to think how they want, as long as it's not harming anybody. Like, I don't think many people even have the courage to, and I guess it's just something different. And it's something, again, that can be kind of intimidating or scary in a sense, because nobody's really talking about it the way that you're talking about it. And so nobody really has ever challenged, and I think, not like in a disrespectful way or anything like that. I think a lot of things that I commune with Elohim about, a lot of people would be afraid to mention, or would think, oh my goodness, you said, this is what like, I don't know. It's weird. So, just to like push something or challenge something in a sense, where it's just not like, oh, that's about God. I just can't, I couldn't imagine asking something like that. That just would be, and I think, like, growing up and stuff like that, that always bothered me, because it's something that common sense tell you you're going to think about twice, or you're going to think about. But the religious aspect is to don't question God, or don't ask this, or, oh, you can't go that far with it, or this, and that. And, I just don't, like, for somebody like me, I just don't like those kind of, like, limitations when it comes to anything in this world, when it comes to my mind. There may be a limitation on if I can go in this building because I got this driver's license. There may be a limitation on, I don't like them. I don't like it. I don't know. And it's like, I can respect people's rules and regulations, but it's just like, I just be wanting to do what I want. I mean, because I feel like, I don't know, that I'm not going to push, I'm not going to do anything. I trust myself enough to know that I'm not going to do anything that's just like over the top to hurt somebody or to do something wrong to somebody. So it's just like, for me, like, I don't know. But then I thought about it. I'm like, dude, do you have your own, like, limitations? Like, even right now, like, doing this video is going to be, like, a little bit different than my videos that I've done. But I woke up this morning, I was just, the day yesterday was just, like, really unsure when I went to bed. And I'm like, man, are there things that, like, you're hiding, like feelings or something from yourself? Like, because I do have a way to, like, zone out. Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody there. Up in here, around here, they may be, but, like, I don't see them. So I have a way of doing that. And I'm thinking, why are you doing that? Like, you spending more days doing that. Like, and people may think it's like depression or something, but, like, even if I'm, like, in that zone, I feel like I'm having a good time. So that's why it's a little scary for me. Because, I don't know, most people take, like, silence and stuff like that in that way, as if someone is, like, going through something or depressed, and I'm just, like, probably having the best time in the world, just in my thoughts or in my feelings or whatever it may be. But, I woke up this morning and I feel like of course, I'm gonna keep doing I'm a word girl, I guess, right? And so I guess I'm gonna keep on doing what I do when it comes to the channel. And you know, add a little bit of me still to the look, it's hot. It's real hot out here. You know, a little bit of me, but then I said, you know, like I'm still searching. Like I know people think just because the way that I deal with the word and read the word that I have something all figured out. It's really just not that way. You know, I learn something new every day, like many times throughout the day. And so like, I think that I do feel like it's a time right now for me to kind of like reflect, because I feel like I was going to be moving in some type of direction that was not really what I wanted. It just seemed like, you know, some energy or something about me or whatever it would be was, okay, another part of me that I'm trying to, you know, heal or move past is trying to make me go in another direction, right? It's like the old me, you know, and I'm trying to be a newer version, like every day, all the days. So it's just, I don't know, it's just like real funny. But then I said, okay, I'm sitting here, right? And I have this little deck of like inspirational oracle cards or whatever. It's called the Aboriginal something deck. And I got it off Amazon. And so I got a little card right here, y'all. You know, with my little inspirational morning. You know, and I'm really trying to say, you know what? I bought a planner. I bought one. I mean, the thing is, it's still in the car. You know, it's still in the car. Like, but it's Monday, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it and get started. But like, I don't know. There's like a sense of like this abundance that I want to go ahead and accelerate and move on into things and just full time just do what the hell I want to do. And I like to create stuff and I like to do things. And a part of me, you know, is still like that chill, you know, seeking out information and stuff like that. But I just don't want to be just one anymore, you know, and I don't want to just part-time put, you know, into my stuff. Like, okay, I'll show y'all real quick, because I'm working on putting my what do you call it? I'm working on putting my, see, in my mind that's just where I am. Like, for me, it's like, I like to work from home. So my home will have to be like my warehouse. And so that's kind of like what I would like to do, I guess, you know, in the future. Because I may be making something right now, and then while I'm making it, right, a scripture comes up and it turns into a whole thing. And so I have to stop and go to that, you know, so like schedules and stuff like that is not, so I just have to be like in my zone where everything is around me, so that when that does trigger thought, I can go there. When I'm inspired, I can go there, you know, things like that, you know. So again, I think it's just like organization, very structured things, I guess I've had a problem with. So I'm thinking here, I'm sitting here like, okay, let me look at these cards, but let me just get a little bit of inspiration. You know, I'm feeling all good, but then at the same time, I'm like, why was I feeling the way I was feeling last night? And now I'm waking up feeling this way. And it's just like elated, like I was just saw this juicy smile on my face, and I'm just thinking about things and feeling some kind of way. But that kind of makes me nervous. And when it comes to moving forward with love, relationships, decisions, you know, it's just something. So anyways, yeah. So here's one of my little journals I made. Matter of fact, here they go. Okay. So this is like the happiness, like, because this is what I was working on last night before I went to bed. And I was proud of myself. Okay, so maybe that's why I did get the card. Okay. So this is 3 of them. I think this one is my favorite one. And okay, and then on the inside, hold on, let's look. Right? I was actually pretty proud of myself because I actually finished them all you know, and I don't know, I was happy about that. Okay, and then here's the other 3. Like, you know, I don't know, y'all. I'm just feeling some kind of way and it's weird. Okay. All right. So these are 3 of them. And I'll just show you the inside real quick. And it's just like a... Did I show y'all already on this channel? Well, anyways, you'll see. So I try to put like some Egyptian, you know, pages to book. I actually need to get more books, like so-called cultural books. But it's just a journal that you can write in. And it's just got stuff in it that, you know, like this is an old ledger book. A page from an old ledger book from like, I think the 70s. And it's just somebody's handwriting. I mean, I like weird stuff like that. I don't know. I just like old stuff. So this is somebody's actual shopping list and bills and stuff like this that they had. You know, like I think it's from the 70s or whatever. And they're, you know, with their handwriting and stuff like that. And I don't know. I just like weird stuff, I guess. So it's just paper, you know, old paper, antique paper, vintage paper, newer paper. And what I do is like I said with this one, right? Oh, this one got stuff written in it. Oh, and ain't none of y'all business. This stuff right here ain't nobody business but mine. So, but anyways, like this one. So whenever I'm doing something or whatever I'm thinking, then I just, or if it's something on my mind, you know what I'm saying? Because I could be like everywhere all the time. So if it's something on my mind, then I like to write it in here. If I'm feeling heavy kind of emotions or something, I'll just kind of write about it. It don't even matter. And I'm bad at, okay, hold on. Y'all can see a little bit. See? Okay, that's enough. But, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I figured you feeling maybe emotional, girl. Maybe that's what it is. That maybe you just feeling kind of emotional, you know. Maybe you miss certain things. Maybe you're realizing that you have to move on from certain things. Maybe, you know, I don't know. It's just but it's a good feeling. Whatever it is, it's a good feeling, right? And so I'm sitting here and I pull out the deck and I go ahead and shuffle it and this card comes out. See that? Hold on. Hold on. Oh my goodness. See? I guess it's about like critiquing yourself. I mean, in a sense too, right? So you know I'm a word girl, and you know I think I know, or we think we know, but have no idea sometimes. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and look up the word, what it means. Let's just see. Let's see what we're talking about. And it says 1610, action of officially consigning to the custody of the state. Commit plus mint. It says Anglo-French had commitment. Committed to something. Okay, there we go. It says meaning the pledging or engaging of oneself. A pledge, a promise is attested 1793. Hence an obligation, an engagement. I said, girl, what we talking about? Oh, we look in WordNet of the definition. Commitment, the noun. It says the trait of sincere. So I'm normally just very sincere about what I'm doing and what I'm talking about. Like, that's not really the problem, right? And steadfast. That may be the problem. I do like to take my time. I don't know. It's just like no such thing as time to me. And everybody has always been upset with me because of this, because I'll be late or, you know, excuse me, things like this. And I just, and you know, that I always got in trouble. I really did when it come to time. I mean, I showed up to school, high school when I wanted to. It's just always been a thing for me. And I'm not bragging. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. You know, it's not a good thing, but it's not a bad thing. Like if you want to be a free spirit, it's a good thing. Right? And I guess that's maybe just my personality. And so it's like, you know, maybe that's why it's been so hard for me to kind of do these kind of things. So I'm thinking like, it says in steadfast fixity of purpose. So like fixity, you know, I don't even like that word, like fixed. It's like fixed. You know, I got this is one of my granny gowns I got from the thrift store. This is one of my even though my grandbaby ain't here, I'm probably gonna go pick her up in a little while. Yeah, this is my D-Mall gown. Yeah, fixity of purpose. It says the act of binding. See, these are the words that like, it's like I can't breathe. I'm serious. You know, I'm trying, but it's like, you know, it's almost like source is telling me like, no, but like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you need to do. Like, if you want to move forward, because, you know, and I think that was something. I was feeling like, you know, it always feels like I'm moving forward, but then I'm not. And maybe even I feel like I may do something, maybe consciously or subconsciously, that makes me go back to a certain something when I'm already over that. It's like, you know, what are you afraid of? It's like the hurdle or whatever in school when you have to run and, you know, jump or whatever. But it's just like, you know, and then it's always like to the point where like, now I'm seeing, like, I see what's going on when you do this, because maybe it's like an overwhelming something. Maybe it's like, because I'm just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, an act of binding yourself. But when it comes to doing what's right, it's an automatic for me. When it's look at that. When it comes to doing right for others, I feel when it's the right thing to do for others or something like this or society, I'm on it. It's when it's the right thing to do for myself. I get it. I get what you're trying to tell me. Okay, hold on. So commitment to noun, the next one is the act of binding yourself intellectually or emotionally to a course of action. And engage, see all these words, you know, I just get, when I hear these kind of words, man, and engagement, because it seems like something's like forever. Like, I don't like that. An engagement by contract. See these words, I don't like them. I mean, I know people gotta have, I'm not saying that we shouldn't deal with them. I'm just saying, whenever I hear these kind of words, there's something, right? And it's not even to like not want to do it. It pulls me back to be serious about it. Like, and if I need time about it, then I'm gonna need to take time about it. Like, this is just how I'm looking at it. Like any type of, excuse me, commitment. I'm not saying that I don't like to, I'm not saying that I don't like to make a commitment. It's just like, I need to know what's in the details, right? Because you know how they say the devil's in the details, right? Okay. But yeah, I don't know. An engagement by a contract involving financial obligation, a message that makes a pledge. Okay, the official act of consigning a person to confine. See that word? Confinement. As in a person, okay, as in a prison or a mental hospital. See, because I ain't gonna say I'm crazy like that. Don't be looking at this, because this is something that's a really bad thing that's going on right here. Yeah, I got to get up in here. Today is the day I'm taking these braids down. I said this is the shortest hairstyle I've ever had in my life. I mean, usually even with braids or crochets, if I put them in, you know, I could at least get away with a month. But I think it's been a week and a half or two. And I just think the hair is just too... See how I'm all over the place, y'all? Okay, we trying to talk about commitment. But at least you know I commit to a hairstyle. Okay, so... But it's just so drying. That the butterfly locks or whatever they're called, it is very drying to the hair. And it is... yeah, this just wasn't a good style for me. And so today's the day that they come down. And I think it's only been like a week and a half, if I'm not mistaken. So again, it says, ask yourself the question, this card, commitment. Ask yourself a question. Ask yourself the question you often ask everyone else. And it says, what do you need? Listen to the answer and respond actively and committedly as you do for others in your life. And I'm thinking like, is this shade from source? Is it? And so this is what I'm really going to be reflecting on for today. Because I'm okay with constructive criticism, and I'm okay with even picking myself. See, I can, you know, I think a lot of people can't, they maybe don't see flaws, or sometimes they do see flaws and they just look at them negatively. But like, I pick apart things. Like if I find myself doing something, or if I do something that I'm, you know, I like to look at it and say, well, was that right what you did? You know, I don't know, I check myself. I just like to check myself. I mean, because sometimes people have a personality where other people don't feel like they can do that. And for me, I might be, because I, you know, give off a certain, you know, look or whatever. I think that people think that I'm not approachable or whatnot. I've always had that issue. But again, I've always had to do it for myself, because I was kind of like that tough girl or something. So it just was like, so I always had to do it for myself. And you know what? This is what I'm reflecting on for today. But let me tell you, I sat here for about 5 minutes trying to figure out, what do I need? And I'm going in all directions as far as, well, what does it mean? What do I need? What do I need when it comes to this? What do I need? What does it mean? What do I need when it comes to that? What do I need? What? And there's this one thing that's on my mind. But for some reason, I'm not ready to address that. But I am. But again, that would be too personal. Like, you know, this is just a thing. I guess I just wanted to do the video to say, am I the only one? Am I the only one? And am I the only one that these words here make very uncomfortable? To give charge, to entrust, to unite, to connect, to combine. Hold on, these are related entries. To commit, like, with, together, to release. Whoo, hold on. Let go, send, throw. A sense of to perpetrate, perform, consign someone to custody. Okay. Yeah. Commit, perform an act, usually with a negative connotation. Commitment, the verb in WordNet says give entirely to a specific person, activity, or cause. Dedicate. But see, it also means cause to be admitted, or a person, of a person's to an institution. Engage in or perform. So I don't know, y'all. You know, we ain't gonna go there with what I need. I just thought that, it was just cool just to just say, nobody's perfect. We all have, room to grow in certain things. And, and I feel like maybe, again, when it comes to this platform, that was another thing that was just on my mind. And when it just comes to what I'm going to do in a day-to-day basis, to kind of just like level things out, right? So like, even if someone's here on this channel and they come in, and they enjoy being here, I don't want them to feel like it's just I'm always on charge or whatever. So again, then I thought about it to myself. I'm like, okay, so do I need to have another channel and do all this other stuff? But I'm just thinking, like, you know what, right here on this channel, okay, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. This is the channel I spend the most time on. I do have one for like crafts, and I have one for other stuff, but this is the one I spend most of my time on. So I just was thinking to myself, like, I need to, I want to be like, I want people to see all the pieces, right? That I'm not just this person that's just, and I think that when they only see one side of your life, I feel like people tend to start to make things up or start to think on their own about who you are and what you are and what you do. And so again, I just wanted to be a little bit balanced, a little bit more balanced here. So I feel like for all these years that I've been having a channel, it's just been like talking and telling, whatever, like that. And I have enough of that, and I'll still be talking and telling and sharing or whatever, but I also want to be able to engage and inspire thought. That's still inspiring thought and growth, and seeing that, we all have things. We all have things, and we all have things in this universe and then on this plane that we can use. Like, you don't have to like go to you don't have to do, okay, hold on one second. You don't have to do things the way that people do them, as long as you do something about your situation. If it's a problem for you, excuse me, I will be there in 1 second. I'm recording something. So if you okay, so like somebody like me, I like to figure out a creative way that works for me to be able to do healing and stuff like that. So again, this cart right here, I have these things here, and the fact that I am someone that reads, someone that believes in source and reads the Bible, and because it says certain things about like certain things, for a long time I was afraid to refrain from those things. But then it was just using common sense and discernment to say, hey, this something don't sound right about this, let me just go in this direction, to pick up these I was afraid at first to even pick up these here inspirational oracle cards or whatever. And it's just like, but wait a minute, if that's nurturing me, if that's helping me heal, if that's showing me something, then why am I running away from it? And I think maybe that's that way in relationships, I think sometimes, Oh my goodness. But like once I do take on a challenge or something, I'm committed, you know, and I'm dedicated and I'm committed. And it might take me a little bit longer. I might be a little, you know, late with something or whatever. But yeah, but I think that it's also when it comes to my personal, it has to be. It has to be. So girl, you know, you must not be valuing yourself in a certain sense if you cannot commit and answer what you need. And then sometimes, you know, I'm thinking like, well, I really don't need anything, you know, but no. We all need something or someone. Yeah. So again, another thing on this channel is just like, so like the information we're taking in is supposed to be like, you know, expanding your mind and, you know, some type of, for me, it's healing. For me, it's kind of like a nurturing thing. It's kind of like a feeding. It's kind of like a nourishing thing, you know, because you care or whatever. It's always that way. Like, it's so easy for some of us to give out this way, but not receive. And I'm just like, I've even heard it before, but I never really realized it. And then today, I think something happened where like, maybe I woke up with my heart chakra doing something strange. And like, I felt like I let something in. But then again, you know, when it comes to certain, it's just like so much stuff, you know, you start thinking about, well, what about this stuff and how that happened and how that felt and stuff like that. And then, you know, but then I guess that's you allowing other people to, you know, in other situations and relations in the past to, you know, hinder what may be in the future, because things change, time change, people change. Sometimes they don't, but I guess you have to just take those first steps, you know. And like I think too, sometimes it's like disappointment. Is it disappointment that might hinder someone? But I'm like, I feel this way, this the way, I know my intentions, I know whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and move forward. But you know what, if there's nothing, you know, if I'm left, you know, it's kind of like, I guess I'm thinking of that, like let down or left at the altar kind of, you know, because people say that's like their worst nightmare, right? So just to be let down, or just getting prepared for something. If you're somebody that, like, it seems like things in your life usually, you know, get filled up and it's like, yeah, this is gonna happen, you're so juiced up and everything, and then something happens, whether it's in your control or out of your control, that hinders it. And then, you know, you just go back, like, I don't know, like that's that hermit kind of mentality that, like, for the rest of my life, I'm just ain't trying to be like that. I might live like a hermit because I like to be in my environment and I like to feel like I'm, you know, safe and good in my environment. But, you know, it's really like, this next step I want to be, it's like an exploring kind of something that I want to go through, you know, with this next portion of my life. So again, I'm just to the point where I'm just build myself up. And even if there is a, like I said, a disappointment or something at the other side, it's okay. I take what I felt in the energy and all of the things that it took me to even get to the point to muster up the strength to even do it, you know? And so I don't know. And I think that now I'm doing like this diary thing like this because it makes me a little bit more like obligated. Because like I feel like I'm only in my head and I say these things in my head, but you know, I didn't say it out loud. So it's kind of just like, it doesn't make it like an obligation. And so I think that, like, whether I put this video up or not, I think this like thing is gonna, you know, kind of like vlogging thing about these types of things that, you know, I hadn't really considered. It's gonna help. I guess it's gonna help, and hopefully it helps somebody else heal from something. Because again, like I feel like I'm at this plateau, or I'm at this something up somewhere, and it's like I've been looking down at this drop for a minute, and it's like everything is paused right now and in slow motion. And so, yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully this video made sense to y'all and or helps you. Again, whether you're here to get to know more about me or more about yourself, or just more about the word commitment, or it's just like, I don't know. So yeah, I don't need to tell nobody what I need on this channel right here. And maybe I'm just saying that because I haven't figured it out. So yeah, like when it comes to the emotional aspect, like when it comes to physically committing to something that's like tangible or in my face, like I'm all good. I might even say yes to something I really didn't want to do sometimes too soon. That's what I used to do. But now I'm just like, no. Right? I ain't going. But that's just like I feel because of protecting my energy, I think. And then when I get around a lot of people, it's just off. It's just off. And it's nothing like really personal. It just is what it is. I found that out about myself. And so I protect myself in a sense, right? So yeah, commitment, So again, it's just like, you may have some channels that already have it all the way figured out, but it's just like, kind of like I just came to this realization and I'm like, hold on, is there a problem? So yeah. Anyways, I'm just like I think I'm just in a kind of like a joyous something today, and I don't even know. It's just so goofy that I don't even know how I want it to last all day, but I mean, maybe it will. I don't know. There's always something, right, that comes along and just ruins it. But again, we're going to just sit with it for a while. So anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Gratitude and grand rising. And don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you'd like. Yeah. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.